Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to Action Media Toys. I have for you today the brand new Awe Striker, the G.I. Joe Classified Series Awe Striker. We just talked about the ATAC from Fans Hobby, their version of the Awe Striker. This box is a little bit bigger than that of the Vamp. The vehicle itself, I don't have a Vamp that's open, but the vehicle itself, I've seen photo comparisons, is also slightly larger than the Vamp. Comes with one figure, accessories, and it goes along with the world building concept that Classified is doing. I think components from the fortification will actually fit on this. And if you look on the box, the artwork, what is this right back here? A bridge layer. That's interesting. Maybe they will make a bridge layer tank. Maybe. Maybe not. Might be the end of the line soon. Who knows? With the recent price increases, a lot of people might be slowing down. I know the profitability for selling these as a retailer has never really been there for me, at least not with the mainline stuff, especially when by the time I receive things from the distributor, you have Target, you have Amazon, you have Walmart that is already clearancing these out to move them as quickly as possible. Those companies are huge corporations and can afford to lose money on certain things because they're more than making up for it on all kinds of other things. I don't know what they pay for these. I know what I pay for them, and it's not the profit margin is just not great on them. And this one being a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, I paid retail, so I didn't buy these to resell. I bought a few of them I speculated on a few of them and hoped that the price would go up kind of like it did with the Vamp, and planned to take a few of them to a toy show coming up soon. Still may do that, may just sit on them and see what happens. But anyway, let's get this thing unboxed and check it out. Here we have the tray with the vehicle and its accessories in it. We also have the accessory box for crankcase and the Awe Striker, the all-weather and environment striker. Crankcase is, of course, in a bubble tray. I'm going to take a look at something that a friend of mine showed me that he did with my Classified cases and see if this entire set will fit, if I can get the entire set to fit in one of my clamshell cases. But we have a sticker sheet, a couple sticker sheets maybe, instructions, who needs those? Looks to be pretty well packed. It's mostly assembled. We have the roll cage here. Yeah, it's all taped in. I'm going to break this all apart and get it laid out. So yeah, this thing is pretty big. It's a good 14 inches long, at least. Steering wheel moves. Gear shifter moves. That's cool. The emergency brake, that lifts up and down. You have a CB radio with a microphone. I don't know where that's supposed to mount. Oh, it looks like it just kind of presses in right here maybe, but it doesn't fit. Yeah, I'm not sure. And you have cup holders. You have functioning cup holders. Neat. You have the side rails, and again, this is based on the LSV, the Light Strike vehicle. On the front, you have working suspension. I actually like that working suspension. It's not springs and shocks like the ATAC, but this is not Fans Hobby. This is Hasbro and G.I. Joe. Seems like the pieces are probably a little bit more durable. Movable suspension in the rear. Yeah, spring-loaded. Okay, and then this appears to just be a plate where the bottom part of the chassis screws together with the top part. Let's get this off there. unnecessary. Tear some of these open and get the accessories out and see what all we've got in here. So the first disappointment is going to be the just absolutely soft, gummy accessories. You have hard plastic here, but this entire gun is just gummy. It's like soft rubber. I wish they would get away from that. The barrel is a little bit harder plastic. It's a little bit more rigid, but man, I mean, this thing is just super soft. So are these. They're all deformed in the package. Look at this. This is ridiculous. All deformed in the package. This machine gun, look at that. Like, I mean, it's just, it's soft. It's soft rubber. Do better, Hasbro. Do better. I know that they talked about it being some type of a hazard for kids to play with stuff that's made out of hard plastic, small pieces made out of hard plastic or something. I don't know what kind of standards they're going by with that, but this ain't it. This is not good. The antennas, I can understand that a lot more than I can some of the other stuff, but I mean, this is the worst. These, again, soft plastic. This gun, this is ridiculous. This is literally rubber. This is just bendy rubber. Something like this is made out of, and it should be made out of, because it's supposed to be flexible. These are not. I don't even know if heating and cooling that would fix it. So we have a tool kit with no tools inside. Ammo cans. We have one fuel can that I'm going to just throw on the floor. The two rubbery launchers. So as far as accessories go, the ATAC is a lot better. I'm just going to throw this around here. The ATAC is a lot better, but hey, check it out. We got a GiJoe coffee cup. We got a GiJoe Stanley here. Let's see if that'll fit in a cup holder. That's the only thing that matters, is if it fits in a cup holder. And it does. It fits nice and tight in the cup holder. Great. That makes up for all of this. The accessories with the figure, these should be soft. These should be soft, and they are. I like the fact that they are clear. The lenses are clear. A visor to fit the head. Off-road. I do a little bit of off-roading with my wife in our Jeeps. Not a lot, but a little bit. I still got to drive it home. Bandana, this is actually cool. It's got a nice wash on it. Soft enough that it's going to go on the figure's head. Binoculars, this is another thing that should be relatively soft. I believe these are probably the same binoculars that came with Duke. I am so sorely disappointed in the soft accessories. That's just ridiculous. And yeah, these do, I don't even know if I'm putting these together right. Probably not. Somebody will correct me. I haven't looked at the instructions. Let's open those up and take a look at the instructions after we look at the figure. Ooh, man. Yep. That's a figure, all right. Molded web gear. Looks a lot like the 4-inch modern crankcase. I like the fact that they include 2 different helmets. He's got all kinds of headgear. He's got all kinds of accessories and stuff you can put on him to change up his look. Comes with a knife and a pistol. That's really all that he needs, considering the fact that he has a very heavily armed dune buggy. And again, with the off-road park theme, he has the helmet, the motorcycle style helmet for driving, jumping dunes, and the military style helmet. Overall, I like the figure. I think it's pretty cool. Let's get him popped out of there without making a bunch of noise. We had seen a little bit of improvement in the soft and gummy accessories, but just, man, look at this. That's ridiculous. And Lenny had said that they were working on getting away from that. They just went softer with them. And like I said, we had seen some of the accessories come out looking better, especially since they went back to the vac form trays. You have the elbows that I believe are made out of PVC, and the rest of it is a softer plastic. But the elbows on this figure do not look like there's a huge color differentiation like there were on some of them early on. That web gear would probably come off if you remove the arms, do the boil and pop method. Articulated just like most other G.I. Joes. He does have the ab crunch that doesn't really move a whole lot with that web gear. Oh, he's super loose. That sucks. What the hell? Did it break? It sounds like it broke. Man. This is probably best left in the package. That's ridiculous. Come on. You're going to upcharge these things and then just drop your quality standards? I really dislike the fact that I'm more and more displeased with every one of these that I open. Because I really want to love this line. The legs are different colors. This leg is a different color than this leg. Yeah, that upper leg is a different color than this upper leg. And like, they're not overly tight. They're not going to like break or anything trying to move them. I guess that's a positive. Trying to look at the best I can. Man. Pistol fits. I really like the fact that they put a belt on here over the pistol to hold it in. Considering how loose some of these holsters have been with the pistols that they've included, that was, I would say that was probably necessary. No, Mr. Flop around. You saw what I did. I moved it back, it snapped, and then just became free floating and loose. I'm sure that it probably broke. That's absolutely just unacceptable to me. These are supposed to be played with by children. And you're going to tell me that it breaks that easy? It just snaps? Jesus. See if the helmet fits. That super gummy rubber helmet. Oh, it's all right. Let's see if I can get it off there. Oh, fucking up the paint. You gotta hold that head nice and stable because this helmet is so soft. It just kind of stretches on. Just like a real helmet. Yeah, I'm so far, as if you couldn't tell, I'm fairly disappointed in this entire package. That helmet fits, looks more like looks like the original. I don't want it to look like the original. I want it to be reminiscent, but I don't want a dead up 6-inch copy of the original figure. At least the waist works, kind of. I'm almost afraid to move it, afraid it's going to fall apart. I've seen people sharing photos of paint apps just rubbing off. As soft as this knife is, see how that's a little bit curved? It's going to take on that shape, I guarantee it. Well, the knife went in the sheath. I am really very much aggravated in the fact that Hasbro is raising prices to, I think it's $27.99 for a basic figure. And they're delivering this type of quality standard to us. We're paying almost $30 for a single figure. And this is the quality that we're getting. This is unacceptable. I don't want to leave collecting this line, but look at that. Come on. I'm sorry, but this is junk. For the price, they increased the price of the Awe Striker to, I think Pulse is selling it for $112. And this is the quality of the figure that comes with it. Maybe this is the only one. Maybe it's a fluke. Maybe I just got a bad one. You know, that's how I try to think of it every time. But look how wobbly. Shouldn't be that way. We pay a premium for these and we get bent up accessories. They're soft. I'm going to have to do some serious thinking about whether I'm going to continue collecting this line or not. I want to. I want to love this line. I want to love everything about it. And most of the stuff that has been released, I do. Most of it. This just sets right here into these. Insert peg A into hole B. Yeah, just peg that in. Everybody loves a good pegging. I know some of my viewers, some of the people that are probably hate watching me, if this video gets views, probably love a good pegging. We'll put this, oh, I know why the barrel is so curved. It's so it can shoot around corners. Duh. What am I thinking? The gun is so soft that you can't even turn the turret, the little mount for it. That's, man, come on. It's beyond the do better Hasbro. It's this overall the vehicle's not bad. It's just the accessories with it suck. The accessories with it suck pretty bad. Where does this go? It just sets back here on the... All right. Maybe, maybe not. It does have a trailer hitch. I'll show you that here in a second. How do the... Oh, I see. These just chill up here. Okay. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, they got it set up like that, so it'll kind of straighten them out. If you're lucky. And no, I still haven't pulled open the instructions to check and see how it's actually supposed to go together. I just assume this is how it's supposed to look. The fit and finish on this thing it leaves a lot to be desired. Someone set his helmet right there in his little cargo tray. Do these have anything to... They do. The ammo cans actually... They have a hole in the bottom. And they peg in right here. Looks like. Yeah, kind of. Okay, we'll deal with that here in a moment. Let's look at installing some of these pieces on the figure's head. Try out that bandana. I like that quite a bit. I did have it set up with this one to go on as well. I don't know if it's going to fit. Probably not. And there we go. We have Mr. Outlaw Bandit crankcase. I'm gonna give him his little visor, his little off-road visor. Here, how about we do it like this? There we go. Perfect. Put it on his head in the most cringe way possible. And it doesn't look bad. Like I said, these are supposed to be soft. They're soft so that they can go on and off easily. Kind of stretch on there. It still looks kind of ridiculous, but hey, whatever. It's a neat little detail. Set him off to the side again so that he can stand there with his broken back. I almost forgot this seat was packaged inside the main tray in another little cardboard box. Screwed together base, sets right in here like this. Just kind of twist that on. The seat does actually rotate It doesn't slide back and forth or anything. There's no real adjustability to it. Much like the driver's seat and passenger seat, I don't think there's any adjustability there either. Don't want to pull it too hard. Might break. Oh, it can't keep its gun up. I don't guess it really needs to. It probably needs to be setting at a rest position. And the operator should be using that up here. I don't know how Crankcase would be able to do that since his back is broken. He must have jumped a dune too hard and had a rough landing. We do have pegs in the cargo trays. The toolbox is shown in the instructions to peg in right here. And when you do that, the lid doesn't open, so the box has to be removed in order to open the lid. You have another one that goes right here. See how well that goes on. Well enough. Put the soft rubber piece in the other soft rubber piece, and you have your ammo belt feeding into the corner shot machine gun. And then this one is shown to feed right here. Ah! Yeah. It's going to peg on top. All that's going to come apart. I'm going to keep reassembling it. Just one piece after another coming out. Great stuff. It would probably help if I had a better area to work on this. But it's fine. Or if these went in just a little bit deeper and better for a more secure fit, then this will feed in. That would be backwards. That's what it shows. Kind of. Not really. Let's see if we can switch this around. It's very difficult to tab this one on for some reason. Unlike the that's not how that would. Anyway, that's how it fits. That's how it works. Let's take a look at the winch with the 12 inch line. It's got a nylon. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. I'm going to prop it up on something here. So we have the hook and the winch line. Yes, real winches, some of them do use a nylon rope. And you can just wind it back up like this, nice and slow. Maybe if you get stuck trying to make it over some Legos, you can use that winch to get yourself out of a bind. I figured out in trying to get the figure into the seat, it's almost like that seat's a little bit too small for him. The steering wheel pops off and can go back on like so. Don't like the way the figure fits. It may also be easier if you untab all of these and take the roll cage off completely. And have pieces fall off of it as you move it. Yeah, this, you can see here, he's not fully sitting down in the seat. I'm going to try and mess with his knees, see if I can fix that. I was able to get him to sit down all the way in the seat by removing the thigh holster, which looks like it's about to break here anyway. It's so thin and so soft. The steering wheel is at least keyed so that it goes back into the proper position with the turn signal and I guess light control for the lights that don't exist. But we've got that wonderful third seat that everybody complained about so much when they first saw it. Now we can put everything back together and see what he looks like inside it. Just another little detail they added, the engine cover does come off to reveal that little Volkswagen engine, or I guess Volkswagen style engine. The antenna are keyed to mount onto these posts here, but I don't know what's supposed to mount onto those posts. I don't see anything, and there's nothing in the instructions. Maybe they're going to come out with a super soft and gummy accessory kit for it later on. Maybe. We also don't have anything to mount right there. So is that where I guess the machine gun could mount, the 50 caliber can mount back here? Let's try that out. Yeah, it looks like that'll fit there. I don't really know why. Nobody could turn around to use it. Maybe you could put a missile launcher on it or something. Yeah, to hell with it. Anyway, I thought the wheels turned, but they don't. So early digital renders of this really looked weird. It looked like the tires on the front were super small and the ones in the back were super large. But while the rear tires are bigger, it's not that much of a difference between the front and the rear. After getting the figure fully seated into the seat, he's too big for the vehicle, I think. That's just my opinion. Your opinion may vary, but I think he's too big for the vehicle, or the vehicle's just not big enough for him. It's not scaled what I would consider to be properly. He should have more space. He should be easier to put into the seat, and he shouldn't break as soon as you take him out of the package. Hasbro. Yeah, I'm complaining about it because, I mean, this is ridiculous. The price that we pay for these, the quality that we get, the accessories being super gummy and soft after they said that they were getting away from that, and then the figure snapping as soon as I took it out of the package, is greatly disappointing. But anyway, here he is. In all his glory, and you get the off-roading helmet for the third seat passenger that's riding up there with no protection for their head. Blast effects from other things should fit this. I don't have any loose and available to test with it. I said there was nothing to protect that third rider's head, but you do have that roll cage that fits around that third seat. Totally forgot about it. Was sitting off to the side. And you've got the tow hook. The tires are rubber. The wheels plastic. I'm surprised this stuff's not like as soft as the tires. That machine gun is as soft as the tires, or softer. That machine gun is softer than the tires. Greatly disappointed in that. Overall, I'm not extremely pleased. So, okay, the tires, the wheels do turn. Just takes a little bit of force. They have a nice little detent system in there that seems to lock them in place. I like that. That's a cool feature. The vehicle itself is not bad. It's just the accessories that are on the vehicle. The guns. Okay, I'm done complaining. Overall, it's really not that bad. I'm still disappointed in it, but overall, they got a pretty decent sized vehicle out. Could have been sized a little better for the figure. I think a lot of people wanted to see this All-Striker come to life. A lot of people were excited about it. And I hope that the one I got is kind of a fluke and that quality is better for some others. Now, this was an in-stock. Was it an in-stock? No, it was pre-order. It was a pre-order item. And they shipped them to me in factory sealed cases of 2. and I've already got one on the shelf. This is the one that I was going to open to review, and I'm probably going to pass this one on to another collector at a discounted price. So check out my Facebook group for classified figures, G.I. Joe Classified Marketplace. We are a free market where the market determines the price. A lot of places, a lot of different groups try to control pricing, control what people can sell their property at. That ain't us. Also, I have a project coming up that I'll be making some more videos about very soon once I have more things to show from it. The Artifact Recovery and Containment Project. It is a comic book, a series of graphic novels. We have the first graphic novel written, ready to be edited. We have a cover done. We have 3 sample pages done that are being inked. They're already inked. They're being colored and lettered. I'll be doing a Kickstarter for that project. That Kickstarter will launch January 30th, 2026. And I will be set up at the Kentuckiana G.I. Joe Toy Show in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. We will have available to you there samples of the book. We are printing a preview, and we'll also have it available for digital download. The preview will include some preliminary artwork, what we're doing to develop action figures for the line, and some developmental type stuff, plus 3 sample pages and the cover art. We'll have also early designs of characters, and hopefully enough people will like what we're doing and support us. It's taking actual myth and legend and incorporating it into the stories for the ARC team, the ARC, the ARC team. It is adventure archaeology. It is good versus bad most of the time. And a lot of just cool stories I've been bouncing around in my head for a while. Finally, just taking the first steps in getting that stuff out. Anybody can do it, and I struggle with self-doubt a lot of times. Like, nobody's gonna like this. Well, you don't know if you don't try. So I'm trying, and hopefully other people will like it as well, and we can get these comic books out. We can get these graphic novels out. But anyway, there's my little review of the G.I. Joe Classified Series Awe Striker. Take from it what you will. It was a fresh unboxing. This box was sealed, so hopefully you have a better experience than I did. And I'll see you next time.